excited. We are in a private room with a suite and a door that opens up to the patio. It's really nice here in...
Just for one night, though.
Yeah, well, 2 nights, because we're going here in Puerto Natales. And then tomorrow, where are we going?
We are going backpacking on the W Trek.
Yes, in the Torres del Paine National Park. So we'll be there for about 5 days, and then we'll come back here and pick up our remaining gear, because we're not taking everything. Don't need laptop.
Right.
So get ready for some pretty stuff here in West Coast Patagonia.
Woohoo!
The W Trek in the Torres del Paine National Park can be accessed by Punta or Puerto Natales. Punta is the larger of the 2 towns. It has an airport. There are also many hostels that are available to cater to hikers, a beautiful costanera where you can walk around, and if you're lucky, the 2 or 3 museums in town will be open. We were not that fortunate. You'll also find delicious and expensive food here. If you need a full gear supply, your best bet is the Zona Franca, which is a tax-free zone. It has some Walmart-like stores and some gear stores. You can access it most easily by a collectivo, which is really cheap. However, we found Puerto Natales to be just as good, if not better, than Punta Arenas for resupply. It is such a cute little town. They also have great hostels that are ready there to hold your gear while you're hiking, as well as a gear store on every street, seriously. And they have full grocery stores, but expect lines. To get to the park, you have to start from Puerto Natales. There's a bus that will take you to the front of the park to buy tickets, and then we started at the Puerto station with a boat. Expect to join many other backpackers on a very beautiful ride up to the national park. Rainbows. The ticket office was a little overwhelming. Stick to the left, that long line there.
And that went a lot more smoothly than we thought. Very seamless. It was more expensive than their website says, though. It seems to be the case everywhere. And now we take the bus, continue on to the Puerto catamaran station.
We hiked from west to east, so we had to take a catamaran to get to Paine Grande. Look at all those backpacks. There were a lot of people. But the view was very pretty. Once the boat dropped us off, we hiked up to Refugio Gray, which took about 2.5 hours. The park will tell you it will take 4, though.
Major wind. Donkey, that's windy. What are you doing?
Don't eat cookies and drink water.
Yeah. What are we surprised about?
So close.
Yeah, it is. This is not the wilderness. We are at a hotel that we hiked a very short distance to, an uneasy terrain with thousands of others. There's showers, there's beer, there's a grocery store, there's a million tents. So maybe not our scene, but you know, I'm holding out hope for some serious beauty.
What are you making?
Well, we had some dehydrated potatoes and some Parmesan cheese, and then we have some plantain. What do you think?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
bad thing about day 2 is you're basically retracing your footsteps, but we were able to add a couple of bonus hikes, making for about a 5-hour day.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a little scary. Well, we're at a very beautiful viewing point of that glacier down there. It is windy! How's the wind here, babe?
A little windy.
It's pretty windy here. But this campsite has all of these little wind screens, so you can put your tent behind them. So we're hoping that makes a difference. All the wind here has already blown dirt into our tent 20 minutes into setting it up. So we're gonna be pretty much covered in dirt tonight. Yay. Another piece goes sour in the wilderness. Why don't you tell us about our dinner?
Well, we're gonna have mariposas with spinaches and some carne picante, mixed with a little mani, which is peanuts, no salt, and queso.
Looks mostly okay. So this is our current situation. The wind has destroyed our tent. All right, so the end of this actually just broke off, so we took it off and just shortened the pole and added some duct tape. We've also reinforced, we've used some of our magic tape here to cover the holes. Okay, so we tried to repair the tent. It worked for about, what, 2 hours?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, and then it ripped again. It broke again. And we are out of tape and we're out of materials, but
We're in a tent.
we are in one of the rentable tents that we
We're
should be.
making fun of.
Yeah, our hubris. Because we came out here with the Tiger Wall, Big Agnes, and we're like, where are all the other Big Agneses? Well, they're torn up. The wind is too strong. And anyway, so we paid the workers here a tip so that we could stay in one of these because our tent was torn up.
So, yeah.
So we don't
We'll
have a
let you
tent.
know what we figure out.
We might have to end our trek here. I mean,
We didn't quit, but this was our toughest day with a big up and back at the Britannico Mirador. Still don't trust these distances though.
well, I slept like junk, but that was just because of my anxiety about our tent breaking like 10 o'clock at night and then getting put into this beautiful bad boy, which was very strong and just like thick and firm, very safe. But, just anxious about what we're going to do today. So I went and I talked to the camping office this morning when they opened, and they're going to go ahead and call ahead to the other 2 campgrounds that we're booked at to see if they're going to have extra tents that we can rent or pay a tip for. Just because our tent is, it's pretty much trashed. We can try to keep repairing it, but it's just going to keep breaking, which is just a major lesson learned for us. We came out here just thinking, oh, we're big bad through hikers, and all these other people have much better tents than us, and we were like, oh, look at those heavy tents, but we kind of need them out here in Patagonia. Hopefully we'll be able to get one of those other campsites. Wish us luck. So we've basically figured out that hiking the W is just looking at this for many days from different angles. Yep, it's pretty. I'm still looking at it. All this video is gonna look like that.
So this is our fancy digs for the evening. Nice little marmot tent. Missy's figuring out how to get in. You just go in the door, okay? Okay, what's up there? Oh, that's party.
Not just glamping in our fancy humongous tent that doesn't blow away. They have showers at all of these refugios and beers and all the things that thru hikers really wish would show up magically, and they're just here. So this is kind of a really nice like luxury glamping experience. I'm gonna go take a shower now.
So we were warned to store our food down at the office because there's fox around that like to steal food because they're wily little fox. And we just saw him. Hey fox, you got a long tail.
Day 4 was beautiful, but don't trust their distances in miles. There's actually a little shortcut here, and it only took 2 hours. Refugio Chileno is the most remote. You cannot cook here. It's really quite a charming place. There is Wi-Fi and a bar and a restaurant though. And you can even take a horse taxi. The last day is kind of the dessert where you hike up at sunrise to see the actual towers that the park's named after and then back on out.
All right, it's like 3:30 a.m. and we are packing up and getting ready to head up to the towers for sunrise. Yay. Are you so excited?
Just can't hide it.
So all along here so far there have been these reflective posts which are very helpful, very thoughtful. All right, so we are heading to the last stop, the Hostel Central / Hotel Torres. We are done with the W.
You're done with the W.
And
Goodbye,
really,
Disneyland.
yeah, really, we were pretty lucky with the crowds. We're seeing them again right now, like hordes of them. But it's been beautiful, and the weather we really lucked out with, quite frankly. Besides, of course, the wind that destroyed our tent.
Dun, dun, dun.
But all is good, so we enjoyed it. Gracias. Ooh, that is so much meat.